everyone, it's Black Queen here, another episode of Queen Reacts, and today I'm going to be getting to part 3 of my Brony Notion series, I guess. Originally this is going to be 4 parts, but now it's probably going to be 5 parts. Because he recently came out with a new, well, 2 new videos. One was the video about Daybreaker, I forget what it was called, and then the other one was his remix for The Magic of Friendship Grows. One of my favorite songs of the entire show. And yeah, I'm definitely eager to check out those videos. So what I was gonna do is that for this video I'm gonna be doing Unlocking Grogar's True Past. This is probably the first one that was after the finale, which is probably gonna be the beginning of all the look backs of the show rather than guess forwards, because we're no longer able. We're going to be able to make predictions for the show. There's a piece of my chair that came off. Yeah, we're no longer going to be able to make predictions of the show, and this is just going to have to be just guesses and I don't know, just theories on what certain things mean, like what could have happened. In this case, the true past of Grogar. So think about it. We're going to be talking about a character's past, which we did with Discord, like Discord's origins. And now we're doing it with Grogar, the actual Grogar, I assume, not Discord Grogar. Yeah. But before I get into that, actually no, let me finish my train of thought first. The next video in this series is going to, for part 4 of 5, is going to be the combination of the No One Ever Really Goes video and the Daybreaker video. So that's going to be combined into one video. And then part 5 is going to be this, my first song reactions, and that's going to be to the New Pair of Wings, PMV, apparently I think it's PMV, and The Magic of Friendship Grows. So one I believe is an original song, the other I believe is a remix of the last song from the series. So yeah, now before I do get into this, as many people are probably aware of at this point, the coronavirus is a major epidemic. As of now, I'm not going to be at school until April 24th. Hey everyone, future Black Queen here. Yeah, now, as I'm recording this, our state has just banned all schooling for the rest of the school year. So, what you're seeing now is me editing this at home. If you can see this, I'm editing all this because I finally got Premiere Pro at my house, because I have and now I have internet on this computer. So yeah, but I'll talk more about that in another video, but that's kind of how it is now. So, and that means that this video is not going to be seen until a few days after that. So I'll be putting out an update hopefully tonight or tomorrow night maybe. It's not gonna have any editing or anything, so it's just gonna be me talking about how things are going, and yeah. So by the time that this is out, this has probably already been done with. So yeah, because right now it is March 16th of 2020. I don't even know if we're gonna if we're all gonna be alive by April 24th. Yes, we are. This is not bigger than the flu. We're gonna get past this. This big case of boomer remover is not gonna really affect us. Yeah, us as in younger people. Me, my siblings, my mom. My dad's kind of going through some stuff, so I don't know about him though. Not with the coronavirus though. But yeah. So until April 24th, I'm not going to be able to record. Actually, no. I will be able to record. I probably will record at least maybe 5 6 videos. I don't know. But until then, I do have several videos from like earlier this year that I have not posted yet. I release my videos very, very late because I know that I'm not always going to have time to record and edit, and I don't often like to leave long gaps, even though that's kind of what I'm doing anyways, because I'm failing to really get any thumbnails made. But yeah, that's has to be that way. Dr. Pepper. They're not sponsoring me, but you know, get me to. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all I have to say. So yeah, let's get right into this. In 3, 2, 1, play.
We've come to the end of Friendship is Magic. That's
Yes, we have.
So many questions were finally answered, but many weren't.
Yeah, many weren't.
Any sense that haven't already been tied will never be. On one hoof, that's really sad.
I was thinking
but
of
on the other
for
hoof,
some reason.
the world is now ours to fill in the spaces.
Yeah.
No more debunked
That's how it
theories.
works.
No, seriously, the threat of new info tearing down my hard work has always loomed over my
Yeah.
head. Most recently, my theory that Grogar was the group of
Uh-huh.
stars that aided in Nightmare Moon's escape way back in Season 1.
Literally,
when I released
the
that
last
video,
video
the
we
rest
did.
of Season 9 had just leaked days before. And sure enough, 1,000 spoiling chatters spilled the tea. And by this point, we've seen it for ourselves.
Goddamn
Grogar
spoilers.
was actually Discord in disguise, setting up the ultimate obstacle for the newly ruling Twilight.
Wait, he was?
There are now 6 known Alicorns in Equestria. That little Grogar equals Discord thing has become the new "you forgot about Flurryheart." He was actually Discord, yes, we know. But here's the thing, Grogar wasn't really Discord. I mean, in Season 9, yeah, but
Yeah,
aside
in
from
Season
Discord's
9.
performance, there was a
Yes,
real
there was a real
Grogar.
there was a real
Had
Grogar.
a real bell and a real history.
Yes, we know
Discord
that.
told the ponies himself, quote, "Chrysalis, Tyrek, and Cozy Glow now have all of the real Grogar's magic," admitting that Grogar wasn't just a useful legend he impersonated, but a historical figure. He may have never made an actual appearance in the show, but Grogar very much existed in the world of Friendship is Magic. When I realized this, I was relieved that my theory was still possible. The real Grogar may still have been banished to the stars, and may still have bailed out Nightmare Moon. So if you haven't seen that video yet and want to
Yeah,
hear how
but-
I came to that crazy conclusion,
No,
check it
I don't
out.
think that's
I'm
true
really proud
either.
of it. But not now, of
Thanks
course,
to Lauren
because there's
Faust,
much
who
more
kinda
to this
talked about it
villain
in
than
Twitter.
just his potential banishment, and it's high time we talked about it. Throughout the
Also, sorry if
episode,
I'm
we learned
tense up
bits
here.
and
I've been
pieces about
under
this
a lot of
Grogar
stress.
guy, but let's try to put it all together. I think if we read between the lines of his past, we can form a full story of the earliest equestrian history, and the massive role Grogar played in it. Bigger than you might think. We know from the episode Frenemies that Gusty the Great stole Grogar's bell, the source of his power, marking an end to his tyranny. But there's gotta be more to the story than just that. One does not simply run into the most powerful being
Old
in
memes,
Equestria,
old memes,
grab
top
his
bottom
power
text.
source and canter off into the sunset. Grogar must have been compromised in some way, and I think I know how. This story seems to pick up where another story left off.
Oh, right, yeah.
Told in
I remember
early
this.
Season 7, of all places. While babysitting Flurryface and visiting sick foals at the Ponyville Hospital.
Terrible episode.
Or should I say,
Just gonna say it,
Port
terrible
Mill,
episode.
Twilight picks
I'm
a
sorry,
book
I
to
didn't
read
hear
them
that.
called Gusty the
I
Great.
can't remember why.
Fluffy Heart is wreaking havoc the whole time, but we still get to hear a good portion of the story, and this is interesting. While no pony had ever tried to reach Cloudsdale on hoof, Gusty the Great was not deterred. She and her unicorn warriors marched up the hill, but suddenly they encountered the treacherous Grogar, and Gusty could tell he was ready for battle. She called out to the unicorn warriors, "We can fight Grogar together," and they shot magical beams into the clouds that wove into one. The beam, stronger than 1,000 armies, shined down. It wrapped around Grogar and pulled him to the ground. "Don't let him escape," yelled Gusty.
Yeah.
But Grogar was strong, for fear gave him power, and he broke through the bonds. Then, stop.
Damn it!
At that point, McFlurry's antics interrupted the story for good. But it's easy to see how those two stories,
Goddamn
separated by
Flurry
2
Heart.
seasons, could fit
I still
together.
don't like
A
her.
confrontation between Gusty and Grogar. We know how this ends, but there's still a missing piece here. Grogar had just broken through the bond, so Gusty couldn't have taken the bell then. And the skybeam thing seemed like a final measure. If that didn't work, what could? Is it possible this was a separate story that ended in failure? Not so fast. Let's read that first line again. While no pony had ever tried to reach Cloudsdale on hoof, stop. Gusty and the Unicorn Warriors weren't set off to fight Grogar. He cut them off en route to Cloudsdale, a Pegasus City. What was Gusty and a bunch of Unicorn Warriors doing marching to a Pegasus City in the first place? Well, they certainly weren't marching to war. For one thing, this is the story of a hero Twilight was reading to children. But also, this was before tensions between the tribes started rising, likely even before their precarious trade relationship. I think Gusty and the Unicorns may have been planning more of a first contact, a formal greeting, and an invitation to join forces against the evil Ram Tyrant. And from Grogar's perspective, what's worse than one army of ponies? Two of them combining their strengths. Through his crystal ball, Grogar would have seen the Unicorn Warriors getting ready to team up with the Pegasus army. And what smart tyrant wouldn't have stopped them in their tracks? Things are beginning to add up pretty well here. Though the Unicorns didn't end up reaching Cloudsdale, their confrontation with Grogar may have been close enough for the Pegasi to see. So if it weren't for Fuzzy Hat here, this is how I think Twilight's story may have gone. The warriors' unity was strong, but the fear Grogar struck in their hearts was stronger. It looked hopeless. But then, whoosh, they heard the flapping of wings up above. It was the Pegasi army charging Grogar from the sky. The Unicorns, filled with new determination, joined the Pegasi in battle. But even still, Grogar seemed unbeatable, putting up a fierce fight to match their own. Gusty noticed a talisman around Grogar's neck and realized how they could still defeat him once and for all. "Everybody strike all at once," she cried. "I only need him down for a few seconds." The Unicorns and Pegasi counted down from 3 and struck him.
We're full-on fanfic mode right now.
This gave Gusty just enough time to steal the bell, weakening the treacherous Grogar and ending his tyranny. To keep the land safe, she hit the bell atop a mountain and cast a spell to secure it in place. The end. If something like this is what went down, it would be amazing.
But, you know,
Grogar would be the reason the tribes found out they could work together. Their victory over such a powerful villain would be an incredible display of unity. And moving forward into the post-Grogar era, teaming up and helping each other out would just be the next logical step. Even though it took the near disaster of heartswarming for the tribes to finally integrate into a single friendly society, their initial teamwork and cooperation paved the way for that giant change.
I just realized what I did.
And it could all be Grogar's fault. But I can do you one better. Say I'm wrong. Say these are two separate stories, and the tribes never worked together to stop Grogar. What if I told you that the tribes themselves wouldn't even exist if it weren't for Grogar? That's right. The evidence lies at the very beginning. No, further back. Before the princesses, before the pillars, before heartswarming. Here. Well, not here. This was pretty recent. Yeah. But what was said here, according to Tirek, quote, Grogar is ancient and extremely powerful. The land that would become Equestria was a mere collection of farms and pastures until he declared himself emperor of all he saw. It seems like this is the earliest known point in this world's timeline. I mean, what could have happened before this? The people of these farms and pastures were spread out and likely didn't interact much, if at all. That was what this world looked like at the beginning of Grogar's reign. But fast forward near the end of Grogar's reign, and things are clearly different. We're hearing about an army of Unicorn Warriors and a city of Pegasi. This tells us something very interesting. That during Grogar's reign, the land went from sparsely strewn farms and pastures to organized populations capable of forming armies. And it's not hard to see why. Without a force of evil to counter, there wouldn't have been a need for the spread-out ponies to form tribes in the first place. So even if Grogar wasn't responsible for the alliance between the tribes, I'd say his actions definitely led to the alliance within the tribes. Especially looking at the Pegasi, this makes so much sense. Pegasi history is steeped in militism, from Flash Magnus to Commander Hurricane. The Pegasi army was a force to be reckoned with for ages, and it would be so fitting if they had their origin in an uprising against the evil first emperor of Equestria. So, that's why I think Grogar is indirectly responsible for literally the rise of pony civilization. Strange as that sounds. In review, Grogar took a bunch of scattered inhabitants and formed the first order this land had seen. As a response, ponies organized and revolted against him, ultimately taking him down. They replaced his rule with an agreement between the tribes. Unstable though it was, a crucial first step towards the unity they have today. Now, all of this is based on my interpretation of what little we know about Grogar in that era of history. So, what do you guys think? Given what we know, how does Grogar's rule fit into the history of the tribes and pony civilization? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
No, wait, no.
Can I say something crazy? I want to start posting regularly again. It's been almost half a decade since I stopped posting weekly videos. My
Half a
recent
decade,
uploads have been pretty long, but also very infrequent. I want to take on some more digestible topics and post more often, every other week maybe. Now, I know with the show being,
I remember when you
well,
used to do that.
done, it's kind of insane to revamp the channel now of all times. But with a little help, we can make it happen. That's why I started a Patreon. Don't get me wrong, being subbed to this channel,
Maybe I'll become a patron.
will always
And again,
be
everyone's
amazing
kind of
ways to
broken in
show
my
your
area,
support.
so I don't know if
So
I'll be able
no
to.
pressure to anyone who can't. But if you want to take the next step and support this channel financially, now you can. Even if it's just a couple bucks a month, every dollar counts. Not only will you be supporting my videos, you'll be getting some perks out of it. Basically, the amounts you pledge are split up into 3 tiers. The Earth Pony tier, the Unicorn tier, and the Alicorn tier. Where, just like magical power, each tier has more perks than
What about us Pegasi?
It's not
Come
racist.
on.
If you become an Earth Pony tier patron, I'll put your name or whatever title at the end of my videos. You'll also get behind the scenes stuff and access to my new Discord server I'm calling, wait for it, the Brony Commotion. I know, right? If you become a Unicorn tier patron, you get all of that, plus early access to my videos. If you become an Alicorn tier patron, you
crap,
get
I broke
all
my
of the
TARDIS.
previous perks, plus
Well,
a
I'll fix
shout out
it.
at the end of my videos. A special thanks by name to my top contributors. The show may be over, but the world is still very much alive and waiting for us to rewatch, rediscover, and even learn something new. So if you want to help me explore the wonderful world of My Little Pony and make more videos possible, be sure to check out my Patreon. I'm so excited to see how this goes. This is
Yeah, I can probably try,
signing out
but
until Friday after
I don't know.
next. We'll see how every other Friday
I need a
works.
job at the
Wish
moment,
me
and
luck.
right now it's hard to find. Yeah, I need a job at the moment. Coronavirus, everything's shut down. Restaurants, stores, things like that. Well, some stores are open. I'm making a video right now, Zach. So, yeah. So let's get it out real quick. Okay. So, yeah, that was a pretty good video. And now he's safe from getting debunked unless questions get arisen at, like, conventions or Lauren Faust, or not even Lauren Faust maybe, but like some writers from the show start taking it to Twitter and then kind of breaking it down after it's already died. Damn. Hold up, I got this little TARDIS. It's one of those metal things. I mean, the door was already kind of loose, so I doubt this was really that bad of a break. There, kind of fixed it. Door's supposed to open, but I messed it up when I was making it. And now I just hold my Beatles picks in there, guitar picks. Yeah. So, all right. What do I think about the review? What do I think about the what's it called? Theory. Let's see. I'm just gonna skim over so I can remember what points he had. Yeah. So no longer able to get debunked. Covered that. And Grogar was real, and that he may still have, and that the star thing may have still existed. So yeah. So we were talking about the story from A Flurry of Emotions, and then he kind of went into a whole fanfic mode with like, and then it kind of, and then just kind of finishes off the story with like going straight to Gusty notices the bell and then retrieves the bell, hides it in a cave. I'm pretty sure it would have been a lot. Sorry, I see. I'm pretty sure it would have been a lot more detailed than that. Like, there might have been some other stuff. Though, I feel like that would be something good for, not really a spin-off, but for a backstory, not like a backstory episode-like thing, though not an episode because the show's ended. But, you know, they could still release some stuff of G4, because there's no doubt that G4 was the best generation of MLP. So for them to just cut it off after a certain point and then only do G5 and then G6 and G7, all of that, without ever coming back to their first major success in the series, I don't think that's gonna happen. I feel like they're gonna bring this, and they're gonna be revamping this every now and then, because yeah. I don't know if they're going to be using the same voice actresses, though. But, yeah, you got... yeah, the suggestion that because of all of that, then Grogar would be the reason why the 3 tribes existed in the first place, which I find interesting, though I'm not sure if I grasped the concept entirely. I might have to go back and check that out at some point. Yeah, so he did, and then he declared. All right, so I see. All the scattered tribes, he declared himself emperor. And then Gusty comes up and takes him down because, you know, he's probably evil because he conquered everyone. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I think that's about it. So overall, it's like the tribes were all just scattered. There's no tribes actually. It was just individual farmers, like farm families and things like that, and then Grogar comes along, conquers it all. Gusty the Great defeats him, and then it breaks into 3 tribes, and then those tribes eventually become Equestria, and then the rest is equestrian history. They're not actual history. Horses. But yeah, I think that's a pretty interesting theory. I'm not sure if much of it is going to be able to be pulled from the actual show itself. But who knows? Maybe there's some extra stuff. We're not going to be able to find out, which is kind of the sucky thing about making these now. Because like before, like you'd be thinking you can make a theory and then hopefully it'll come true, and then if it does come true, then you can say called it. But now all we can do is speculate on something that we're never going to get answers on. But it doesn't really make these any less fun, does it? Or at least any less interesting. There might be a fun in the hype that you'd get from waiting for it to be true, or seeing if it is true or not. But yeah, I think that's all I have about to say. Yeah, good video. Enjoy the commentary. God bless you. Safe. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. And as always, have a nice day. Goodbye.